What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy is a day late and a dollar short. I was supposed to do the Muse reaction yesterday from the list. However, I decided to take a little personal time with the wife, watch a movie, sit down, and have a good time. Now, as a lot of you watching this channel know, I am on a journey to discover all of Muse's discography, and I was blessed with a list about yay long of all of the key Muse moments that I need to react to. As it stands, we are currently on number 4 on the list, and that, ladies and gentlemen, would be Muse-Showbiz. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muse-Showbiz live at the Reading Festival from 2006. Let's get into it.
We played a very, very old song here off our first album.
Okay, from the first album.
Controlling my feelings for too long. Controlling my feelings for too long. Forcing our darkest souls to unfold. Forcing our darkest souls to unfold. Pushing us into self-destruction. Pushing us into self-destruction.
I love how this starts off very light and it just continues to build. And I'm certain there's going to be like a penultimate moment coming up. But again, with like the low ghostly vocals from him, man. The bass on this song is coming through so crisp and crystal clear, and that riff that he is playing is just going nuts in my headphones, man. Look how big this stadium is. So in 2006, I mean, these guys were fucking huge to be playing on a stadium like this. I love these crystal clear drums. I do not know if clear drums are a popular thing now, but I feel like everything being clear in the early 2000s was like the most popular thing in the world. When I was a kid, we had one of those crystal clear house phones, if anybody remembers what a house phone is. I love his voice and how he is able to go from like the solid notes to like that ghostly wail, and it just like drops octaves. It's like up and down. Like, it is god tier. And this was in 2006, and the recording quality for this show was that good. Oh my god, bro. It goes from Muse to Dragon Force 5 in like 2 seconds. And again, he is such a human guitar with the way he matches the riffs with his guitar. I know what's gonna happen, but it blows my mind every single time. What the fuck was that? Hold on, back that up. I'm sorry. I cannot get over how good that was. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Muse live showbiz at the Reading Festival from 2006. I think I've said it a few times now. Like, his voice draws something from you that is like an innate human reaction to just not be able to look away. His voice is absolutely insane. But I think this is the first performance where I got a taste of everyone. I'm still not familiar with everybody's names, but the bass came through like no other in this show. The drums brought such a level of depth to this song, especially through the build up where he's just lightly ramping up the pace. And again, I think I will say this. Matt Bellamy has got to be the inspiration for Dragon Force 5, or Dragon Force 5 has to absolutely admire Matt Bellamy for, you know, his ability to do this. A fantastic show. It's crazy that in 2006 we had such fantastic music presentation and recording. This show came through really clear. You can still tell that it's a live recorded show, but like the energy and the audio quality in this from back then just lets you know like the level of talent and professionalism that Muse has. So I am, this might be one of my favorite Muse songs thus far. And now we're going to check out the actual official recording of Muse-Showbiz. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is the official track from Muse-Showbiz. Let's get into it. Oh, you can hear those drums so much better. The bass.
Controlling my feelings for too long.
What's going on with his voice right here? It's like the instruments are like in sync, so it's like reverberating off of his voice.
Controlling my feelings for too long. Controlling my feelings for too long.
Yeah, it's like he's got like was it like the fifth or the sixth string that would make that kind of like high pitched noise, but it's like doo 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 doo, and then like as he sings, it like reverberates with his voice.
Controlling my feelings for too long. Controlling my feelings for too long. Controlling my feelings for too long. Forcing our darkest souls to unfold. And forcing our darkest souls to unfold. And pushing us into self-destruction.
I love how they drop the drums and everything but the guitar from that moment. So all you hear is the guitar chord and his voice, and then everything starts to backfill.
Pushing us into self-destruction. Pushing us into self-destruction. And they make me dream your dreams.
I love how he does that, like the low, like the yee, and then he like switches to like the yee. It's such a beautiful fucking thing, man.
Your dreams.
So far, I do love the actual studio recording of it, but because it's like it's a studio recording, like it's a one shot take, right? Like this is like the mastered form of it. I can hear all of like the additional editing and filters and like all of that they put into it. And it almost feels like there's just a bunch of stuff stacked on top of it. So like the song is fantastic, but you don't get that like raw emotion that you get from like the live performance of this song. Not that I have anything against the actual song. I think because they're playing it live, there's a lot of stuff that they can improv and they can, you know, tweak and peak the way that they want to and add their extra little bit of showmanship, not showbiz, into it. You know what I mean? crazy that like even the guitar doesn't sound the same with all of like the extra editing and stuff that they've had to do with this. I've got to look something up real quick. Forgive me. Um, so this was Muse-Showbiz made in 1999? Because the audio quality of it, like I know it's like a studio recorded song, but it has that like before the massive audio recording technology boom happened. So like you can tell it's from like a different era. It's almost hard to tell that's his voice and it's not a fucking guitar. Oh my god. Drums lightly going. That's so cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Muse, the official recording for Showbiz. I want to hit some like compare and contrast right on this. In my personal opinion, same song. The live and the official, same song, two completely different universes. I love the official recording of this song. Like it's captivating. It punches you in the mouth. His vocals come through on a completely different level. It's clean cut. It doesn't have like the echo and like the additional background noise that a live performance has. But it doesn't have the soul of the live performance. And I think the reason why that's the case is because in the live performance, they can add the additional little things, right? Like you hear your song a million different times and you probably think, where can I tweak this? Where can I add some depth to this? What can I do differently to, you know, add a twist to a song that people have probably heard a million times? So they add these little tiny details without like completely derailing from the original song, and it gives it like a whole different layer of depth. And of course the music isn't going to sound exactly the way it does in the studio recorded versus the live, but because they're live and they put so much effort into their music, it gives it like a whole new like layer of just soul and emotion and like just raw power. And I think that's the reason why a majority of the people like the live version versus the actual studio recording. And there's also, I would assume to be like a 7 or 8 year difference too. So like sound quality and everything else is, you know, evolved from that time. So it gives it like a better sound, but watching them play it live, seeing the emotion in his face, like you can pull that from the official, but you can't see it in person. Like when you look at his face when he's singing these like long haunting notes, like you can almost feel like a level of pain and sorrow and depth in his eyes, and like it's just it's a completely different universe. They're like I said, they're the same song, opposite sides of the spectrum in my opinion. Both fantastic recordings. I would listen to the official recording for in my car drivability, just have background noise. But if I wanted to experience the song and get that like intimate connection with who Muse are, I would prefer the live performance, because I can see the raw emotion and power that not only one goes into all members of the band and how they play their music, but Matt Bellamy, belting his soul out into that mic and dumping everything that he has into him, has inside of himself into that guitar. Like it takes a certain level of emotional outpouring to put on a performance like that, and that's not really something that you can fake. So anyways, guys, that was Muse-Showbiz live and the official studio recording. If you guys like Muse, I'm going to leave a link to their profile and a link to both songs down in the description so you can check it out for yourself. If you like what your boy's putting out on the channel, hit us with a like, hit us with a sub, join the Banger Plaza family so you can be here for all these fantastic reactions. And as always, guys, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.